Denise here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. It's the 5th of the month and it's time for the Fancy Fold Challenge, which is hosted by Monika, aka Paper Mona. There's myself and a few other ladies, Monika herself, Katerina of Create with Katerina, Monika Crafting with Quilling Lady, Sabine Cross Keys Crafts, Jenny of Jenny Ginger Ninja Crafts, Kerry of Kerry's Card Creations, Robin of Sir Chancery Rocco Creative, Kasia of Lily of the Valley 1980, and Shirley of Handmade by Shirley. I leave all their links in the description box below and you can go along and see their videos. Every month Monika sets us a Fancy Fold challenge, and this month it's a double flap Fancy Fold card. So I'm going to get on and start it. I'm using some papers, and these are the papers I'm using. I've already cut these to size, and they're from a Made to Surprise digital download. If they are still available, I'll leave the link in the description box below. But I absolutely love this paper collection. It was wonderful. I'm also using, again, from Made to Surprise, a set of stamps and dies. Now, I'm using I'll show you the stamp. I'm using no, not using that one. I'm using this one, and I'm using that set of flowers. Now, we don't have a die for this bowl, but we do have a die in here for the flowers, so it just saves you from having to fussy cut them. But I think in the end, when I look at it, I did take the shadow off the flowers. So let's get started and I'll show you the card. So I'm taking a piece of card and it measures 12 by 4. I'm going to score it at 3 and 6. So that's just those two scores. And then I've got another piece of card which is 8.5 by 3, and I'm going to score that at 4 1/4. So that's just in half. So that is all the scoring done. So let's just get these burnished, these marks, these score lines. So that middle one, we just want it as a mountain fold, but then we're bringing that 3-inch score line backwards. So that's how you want your card, like a little zigzag really. And then this one, it's just halfway down that score line, and we're going to be putting that like that, which gives us our double flap. And although I'm doing this as a card, I'm going to leave the inside because you could put a gift card in there. I took my inspiration for this card from Simply Simple Stamping. I'll leave a link in the description box. There was another link as well to Gina K Designs, and I'll leave that link. I've just altered the measurements slightly. I wanted a little bit bigger card. So for the papers, I'm going to put one in there. This one measures 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to pop that one in there. And then I've got 2 of the green gingham, and these measure 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and they're going to go on there. So I'm just going to get them stuck down. So that's the paper stuck down on there. I've got a nice little border round. You don't have to put one on there if you don't want to, but I just thought it neatened it up. So then we've got this card that I said is going to go like that. So I've got a piece of my flowered paper to go on the front of there. I didn't tell you. So the measurements for that paper are 4 by 2 3/4. So that again will leave us a nice border around the edge of there. Let's say they make nice cards, but there's enough for a gift card to go in, so it'd be nice as a gift card. So I'm going to line that up there, make sure I've got about the same distance. I've got just over 3/4. No, so that one's pushing in a little bit. So I've got 7/8 and 7/8. And then about 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. So I've got that right. So I'm going to fold that over and then just run my glue all over there whilst holding it, and then bring that round. So then we can just, if we need to, just straighten it up a little bit. So there we are. So let's take that out of there. And that's straightened up. So that is our double flap card. But I've also got another piece of card that I want to put on there. And with this one, I'm going to emboss it with this little daisy embossing folder. So I'm going to go away and do that. So there we are. That's all that embossed on there. So I'm going to bring in my Right Persimmon Distress Oxide, and I'm just lightly going to skim over the top, just to bring out those flowers, just to make them stand a bit, and also to take the starkness of the white card away. So that is that, and I'm going to stick that onto the center of there. That's going into the center of there. And then, as I said, I've stamped and fussy cut those items from the stamp set, and I'm going to just pop them on to here. And I'm going to stick this one straight down, stick the pot straight down onto here. Just lift that up a little bit and straighten it up. That looks about centered. That's it. And I'm going to pop this up onto some foam pads. I think it'll only need one. So there we are. Just to give it a little bit of dimension again. And then it will look as if the flowers are cascading over the rim of the bowl, the flower bowl. So that is the main feature. I've not done anything inside because, as I say, I haven't really decided what I want to do with this, whether it's a gift card or a card. I haven't decided yet, but I am going to put some gems around it, I think, just for a little sparkle. I think I'll just put some plain ones around. I think just up in that corner, I think it just needs something there. And then I think I'll leave it at that, because then depending on what I do, I'll put a sentiment there. So let's just pop these gems on there. Put one there, and one there. Let's get my picky up tool. Quite nice having that gingham. It gives you a nice distance between each one for you to be able to see. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. As I say, when I decide what I'm doing, whether it's going to be a gift card or not, or a birthday card or a thank you card, I shall put the sentiment at this side, and then I can do the stamp in the middle. So I hope you've liked that fancy fold. I think it's quite a nice simple one to have a go at. If you do have a go at it, don't forget to use the hashtag FFC Challenge 2023. You can also share it to the Facebook page, Fanciful Craft Challenge. I'll leave all the details for that in the description box below. And as I've said, I'll leave all the links to the other collaborators as well. So please go along and have a look at their makes. It amazes me every month at how differently we tackle these challenges. We have the same brief, but they all come out different. So I love watching them as well, and I'm sure you will. So it just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. If you have liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you'll be advised when I put a new video up. So I'll leave it there. Take care of yourselves. Until the next time, bye for now.